Okay, good morning everybody. Shuffling through this week here. It's midweek, Wednesday, November 13th, or excuse me, November 14th. Anyway, we are a little bit on the plus side here this morning. We were down yesterday and trying to rebound those losses from yesterday. We're up roughly around 2 to 4 cents in the wheat. We're up roughly a penny in the corn, up around 5 cents in the beans, $1.50 in the meal, and somewhat unchanged in the soybean oil. The wheat market, which took it away last week, tried to fight it back on Monday, kind of gave half of it back yesterday. And like I said, yesterday's corn and bean prices lower up here today. As you can see, we're just pretty much just slugging along, and we think we're still somewhat in a range-bound trade for corn and beans. We got the wheat market trying to test the lower end of that range. It doesn't seem to have much follow-through up to this point. The only thing else that's been kind of trending a little bit lower in here has been the soy products, but that's been somewhat of a result of what we have been seeing some direction in has been in the crushing margins. Wrong side for processors, scoring new lows here for the move, but up a little bit from their most recent lows of the move, roughly at around 94 cents. So all in all, the news also remains somewhat stagnant and topical from what we have been talking about. I'm still sitting back waiting to see what happens with the trade talks with the Chinese at the end of the month. People are talking on the sidelines, but nothing definitive, so that keeps people on hold. We had our exports that came out yesterday. We're still running well behind what the USDA is currently forecasting in the wheat and in the soybeans, keeping our carryout numbers quite vibrant. We have been doing good in corn, but what's going to happen going forward? Kind of interesting seeing that Indonesia was the buyer of Brazilian corn on their latest tender, so what's going to happen with the corn sales going forward? We also had our crop progress numbers come on out. We were a little bit below than what the trade was estimating for corn and bean harvested and versus what we have been doing average-wise. But as we can see, we're kind of weaning off of the crop progress and production numbers from the USDA, knowing that we have an adequate supply and a carryout at this point in time. And then finally, it's still what's going on with South America. As far as what their growing season is going to be, everything still looks fair to good condition for both Argentina and Brazil. There's a little bit of worry work going on now for the little bit of excessive rains that came in Argentina, maybe delaying a little bit of their planting, but maybe getting a little bit of a focus on what's going on with their wheat crop to see if there's any quality and or quantity problems as far as that goes. But all in all, we've been having these world problems with the wheat, and we still haven't really kicked in our exports, and that's what the trade really wants to go and see. Today's last trading day for the November bean futures. They go off the board at noon. We haven't seen any strong stoppers of late. Overnight, however, we did see a commercial issue and register and deliver beans, so that was somewhat of a non-bullish event as far as us going off with the delivery period. Weekly ethanol numbers are coming on out tomorrow, and weekly export sales on Friday, delayed because of the holiday. And then also yesterday was a cutoff day for the Commitment of Treasury report that comes out on Friday. Still all in all, not much of a big net short position in the soft red winter wheat, the beans and or in the soybean oil, and only small net long positions in the corn and in the soybean meal. So all in all, everything seems somewhat stagnant. The news, the trend direction, the positions, so on and so forth. So we just think that there's still going to be somewhat status quo, at least perhaps through the rest of the week. Once again, these are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS. Thank you.